Well, welcome as always to our home in Liverpool, our Redemptorist home at Bishop Eton. Interestingly enough, it's not Thursday evening, it's Friday morning. And well, of course, we are all aging, but I must confess I was very surprised at myself that I woke up this morning and thought, heavens above, you didn't do a recording last night. Partly because the day unfolded slightly differently for me. I very much wanted to visit one of our parishioners, and I was checking which hospital she was now in, and I decided a good idea would be to pop out yesterday evening when it was quiet and I could get to the hospital easily. She's over in Broad Green now. Some of you would know her, Mary Aspinall, just a wonderful character. Anyway, I did manage to visit her last night and I came back thanking God for this wonderful woman, and as so many people that I am privileged to be able to minister to, I want to thank God for too. But anyway, came back, had my supper, went to bed, and here I am this morning trying to do the bulletin notes at the same time as just record a short message. Well, the focus at the moment is undoubtedly on the confirmations, which are coming up next week. So some of our young people are being confirmed both at Christ the King on Wednesday and at St. Anthony's on Thursday. Archbishop John, I think, is going to celebrate the sacrament with them on both occasions, and a few of them also received the sacrament in the cathedral recently, those who go to St. Edward's School. So let's thank God for the young people who are being confirmed. I have pointed out the numbers diminish after First Communion time, but anyway, we keep just chipping away and encouraging everybody. And it is. Let's just look to the future with hope and confidence, because there are so many good things going on, as well as the struggles in trying to make sense of some of the things where we're wondering what is the Lord saying to us, as you know. But anyway, so please pray for the young people being confirmed next week. There's another event coming up which I'd like to highlight. Many of you know that Archbishop Ralph, great pal of mine, of course, and we've been watching his progress over the years as Bishop of Gibraltar and then Bishop in Hallam. He has retired now from Hallam, but his Golden Jubilee is coming up on the 10th of July. It's quite an occasion, really. The 10th of July is very special to Ralph, and we go back a long way. I was a young priest in Sunderland when he was ordained in 1976, so and I, in fact, had a lot to do with preparing for his ordination, preparing the booklet and so on, and being there with him. And indeed, it was the 10th of July that he was ordained bishop in Gibraltar in 2010. And fascinatingly, it was the 10th of July that he was installed as Bishop of Hallam in 2014. So it just seemed a fitting thing. Here we are, 50 years since his ordination as a priest, to thank God for his ministry as a priest, as a Redemptorist, and indeed as a bishop. So in the cathedral in Sheffield on the 10th of July, at 11 o'clock, we're going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving Mass, and hopefully those of you who are able will get along from wherever. And I know the bishops have been briefed, so hopefully some of the bishops will be there to support their fellow bishop. Ralph has got all sorts of options now for the future. Take a bit of a rest and recuperate. He's got the option of having a room here, which he's going to take up, I think, and also he could have a lodging, and will have a lodging, I think, in Gibraltar. So he's got a very pleasant future to look forward to, please God. But I'm sure we'll continue to minister wherever he is. He's an utterly faithful priest in the service of the Lord. So I just mentioned that. I'm going to put it in the bulletin today as well. The other thing, of course, that we're recovering from at the moment is this extraordinary spell of weather. I must say I have enjoyed it. I know the very hot weather sometimes gets people down, but I managed to get my 10,000 steps in every day and pick the right times. And of course, our marvellous park down the road here has these wonderful sheltered walkways with the trees everywhere. So it's really been very pleasant. But we do have to be careful, of course, and make sure we stay hydrated and all the rest of it. So there we are. Thank you for the messages that come in from far and wide. Father David Hoare down in Australia sent me a nice long email about the chapter they're having down there, so I'm intending to drop him a line later today We keep in touch, and it's very helpful. It's one of the things about being in a worldwide congregation that we're able to learn from one another and see how things are going and share. And I must say, over the years, I've always appreciated that. I mean, particularly in the 1990s when I was doing the research, and I was invited to the moral theology congresses, and so I went to all sorts of interesting places. We had one in Thailand, Santo Domingo. We had one in Colombia, one in Poland. It was terrific, and you're meeting confreres from all over the world and sharing ideas, and it's been one of the blessings, really, of being a Redemptorist, and I thank God for all those good things. So may the Lord continue to keep us united and keep us faithful in our service of the church, and indeed as members of the Redemptorist congregation. So thank you for your interest, your prayers, your support, your love. As always, we ask the prayers of our patron saints, St. Alphonsus and St. Gerard, St. Clement. There we are, St. John Neumann, of course, and others who've been beatified and so on. And of course, we always turn to our Blessed Lady under this wonderful title of Mother of Perpetual Succour. So we leave our prayers, supported by them, with the Lord today, and ask his blessing on all of you. Thank you for tuning in. So, good morning, and God bless.